Hello and welcome back to a new video, which today is all about my autumn capsule wardrobe. I did make a video a couple of weeks ago which talked about the process that I go through for creating a capsule wardrobe and specifically why I chose some of these pieces, so I will link that for you here as well if you haven't already watched it. But in this video I wanted to talk in a little bit more detail about the capsule wardrobe, show you the pieces, and at the end I will put together some of the outfits for you so that you can see how it all comes together as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I've got out everything that is included in this capsule wardrobe. It's a transitional capsule wardrobe because we are still having some quite mild weather. So there are some lighter weight pieces in here, but I've also brought out some of my knits as well so that it can take me into the cooler weather as well. So let's talk about how this capsule wardrobe started. And if you watch the video that I mentioned earlier, you will have seen that it started with a couple of pieces and a couple of colours. Now I do love olive green, and I do have a few olive green pieces in my wardrobe already, and this handbag was one of the first things that kind of inspired this capsule wardrobe. It's by Kate Spade, and it has in it the green, but it also has in it this pink, which I really like. It's a nice sort of crushed muted pink, which works on me. It works on cool colouring. It also works on people who aren't too warm, so I can bring it into my capsule because I do have a warm skin tone, but I'm not really warm. I don't have red hair or anything like that. So I wanted to bring in the green and I wanted to bring in the pink, and I also had some burgundy pieces from previous seasons, and then I also wanted to bring in a little bit of cream as well. So I started with that handbag as a bit of an inspiration, and I looked at what I already had in my wardrobe, and then I grouped it into kind of 4 colours, and the colours are, or the colourways I guess, are kind of burgundy through to pink. Then we've got the olivey greens. Then I've got the cream that I wanted to bring in, and then I've got a new section which I do have did have a couple of pieces in my wardrobe, but I added several this season, and that's this sort of slate grey and into charcoal grey. Now charcoal grey is a universal colour that we can all wear. Again, it's not ideal on those who have a warm dominant, so red hair. You're going to be much better in the sort of browns and camels, but you can get away with charcoal grey as long as you put some warmer colours with it from your palette. So I already had in my wardrobe this gorgeous pair of culottes which I bought the first time I went to Dallas for the Reward Style conference. They're from Eileen Fisher, and at the time I bought them I also bought the little cream silk camisole, which you will have seen 100 times in my videos, and this little lightweight knit that goes over the top. And I'll pop a picture in here so that you can see how I actually wore that at the conference. I bought it and I wore it immediately because I really liked those pieces. But they haven't had a lot of wear in my wardrobe because, as you'll probably know, I do have lots of sort of browns and those warmer colours. I do like the really kind of autumnal colours. But this season I wanted to do something a little bit different, and because I was bringing in pink I thought it would work really well with these grey pieces. So with that being said, let's work through the little colour groupings that I've got here, and I'll talk you through some of the pieces. I won't go into detail into everything because we'll be here forever, and I'm sure what you really want to see is how it comes together in the outfits, which, as I said, I will pop some in at the end. So this was another piece which I spotted, and I loved the colour combination of it, and I thought it would be really nice in with this wardrobe. Now it doesn't have the green in it, so ideally it's going to be better with the greys and with the pinks and the burgundies, but it does actually have navy in it as well. So although I'm not showing you navy here, the navy pieces, as you can see, that I have got in my wardrobe already will work into this capsule as well. So I haven't kind of included them as part of this collection, but it does mean that I can still wear them with this jacket and with some of the pieces that are in here. Now, also new, which I did mention in that other video, so I won't go into a lot of detail, with these two pieces from Burgundy. They call the colour Figgy Pudding, and it again is that nice sort of muted pink, which I think looks really well with, which I think goes really well with the greens, but also with the grey. So if I pop that with the culottes, you can see immediately it starts to bring together an outfit. And again, these culottes, which I mentioned from the last video, which are again from Eileen Fisher, it starts to bring the pink and the green together as well. I also mentioned this t-shirt. Now, I am still wearing this at the moment because it is still mild enough to do so, and I could wear it under one of the thicker cardigans that I've got later on as well. And in the house, it never gets that cold, so I still will wear this through the autumn and probably into the winter with a cardigan over the top of it. But again, it's that lovely pink, a little bit lighter in colour than the Figgy Pudding, but as soon as I saw this, it kind of made me think about one of the scarves that we have in the Capsule accessories collection. And that's this one, which then immediately brings in some of the darker burgundy, it brings in the pink, and it also brings in a sort of lighter soft white or cream that I wanted to bring into the capsule as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen these two pieces together when I was away on holiday in Cornwall. And then the next pink piece, which I wanted to get a lot more wear out of, was this sweater, which is a couple of years old now. Again, it's from Eileen Fisher. There is a lot of Eileen Fisher on this rail. If you know me well, you've watched my videos before, you will know that I do love Eileen Fisher. I do invest in 1 or 2 pieces each season. They aren't cheap, but I do have pieces that are 7 or 8 years old now, which are still beautiful and I still wear. So this sweater I bought 2 years ago. I didn't get a lot of wear out of it last autumn winter, so that's why I really wanted to bring this into this capsule this year. And again, I really like the combination of that with the olive green, and it works beautifully with that burgundy as well. One other piece which I did mention again in that previous video was these trousers from Zara, which pick up on all of those colours. I won't go into too much detail because I did mention them last time. So then moving on to the burgundy pieces, and there were already pieces which I had in my wardrobe and loved. Last year, I think it was last year, I did a video about burgundy and navy. I'll link that for you as well, because that makes a really great combination. So as I said, I can bring navy into this capsule, but this time I'm keeping it with the pinks and the greys. So pieces that I already had in my wardrobe. A lovely cashmere roll neck knit. It's that kind of longer line which conceals all the bits I like to conceal but shows off the legs. So I wear this very often with my skinny Eileen Fisher trousers, and also a couple of pairs that I have from LK Bennett. It's great for the cooler months, and they do this sweater every season in different colours. This season I've noticed already that they do have it in a lovely camel colour, so I will link that for you. I already had this wrap, which is from Ted Baker, and as we know, wraps and sort of ponchos are very much in this season. I did mention them in, I think it was the September magazine, and I will link the magazine for you as well, because that has lots of outfit ideas in it. So I already had that in my wardrobe, and I did mention in the last video that I needed to find a burgundy cardigan, forgetting that I did already have this one. It's a lovely sort of slightly relaxed cardigan. I bought this from Jigsaw, and it must be probably 10 years old. It's still really nice. I still wear it. So again, that's another one to get some more wear out of. And another old top, again from a couple of seasons ago. I bought this top at the same time as I bought these kind of wide leg crop trousers from Whistles. Now unfortunately these didn't fit me for a couple of seasons, but since I lost weight last year I could get back into them. I didn't really wear them last winter because they're tailored, they're a little bit smarter, and obviously last winter we weren't doing anything, we weren't going anywhere, but so I'm really glad to get them back out again. And immediately you can see I can put them with that top, and I can start to bring in some of my newer pieces, mixing them with the grey, but equally I could bring that jacket in and put that over them as well. One other piece, which again I've had in my wardrobe for years, is this silk blouse from LK Bennett. I have worn it a lot, I've worn it out in the evenings. It also works really well underneath a little sweater because it's got that pussy bow tie. So I can pop it underneath there and have the sleeves coming out and the bottom of it coming out of the bottom. And it has even got a slightly bluer version of that slatey blue in it. So again, it will work with this new cardigan and with my grey pieces and my burgundy pieces. Then the final piece of clothing in this collection, this goes a little bit darker than the burgundy and slightly into purple, but it does work in this collection. And it's the second pair of culottes from Eileen Fisher that I mentioned last time. I have these in the green and in this cassis colour. You can still get the cassis, so I will link those for you. Unfortunately I couldn't find the green ones anywhere last time, so I'll link the cassis, and I think they may have them in black as well. So that's the burgundy and the pink section. And then the new section, which includes those two grey pieces that I mentioned that I bought in Dallas a few years ago. And that's this slate grey collection. And I bought the cardigan, I bought the blouse, I bought the trousers, and I bought the little t-shirt because that gives me lots of options for mixing those into outfits. So I can wear the trousers smarter with the blouse, I can wear them slightly more casually with the t-shirt, I can put those bits underneath the cardigan. And then I also wanted to wear these casually by putting them perhaps with a sort of cosy, chunkier sweater. So I thought they'd be really nice with the pink. And I could even pop the burgundy over the top as well. They could also go with that blouse that I've had for a while and pop that underneath the grey cardigan as well. So I will put some of these outfits together for you. There are a lot more options, obviously, but just to give you some idea of what my thinking was when I chose these pieces. And as I always mention, if you want to bring a new colour into your wardrobe, it's always worth bringing one or two pieces in. If you bring in two, you can much easier kind of mix them in with what you already have. So if it's a pair of trousers, perhaps add a top that you can then put one of your existing colours over the top of that. Or the other thing, of course, you can do is bring in an accessory. This scarf, which you will have seen before, it's from Liberty. My husband bought it for me quite a few years ago now, but it does have that sort of slate grey in it. It also has burgundy in it. It also has navy in it. So it does mean that that really kind of pulls, trying to escape, it really kind of pulls those colours together. So if I were to put those culottes again with that grey cardigan and bring in the scarf there. And this is probably a good point to talk about finishing those outfits off, where I'm talking about accessories a little bit. So think about what accessories you already have. I already had these grey boots in my wardrobe, which obviously will work in with this collection. I already had this burgundy necklace. And so this season I've added this handbag, which is from Capsule accessories. It also comes in tan, but it's a really nice size handbag, and it's one that I can also add one of our bag straps to. So again, I've got a little bag that I had from Coach, and I've added in this pink bag strap, and I can add that bag strap to into that little bag if I want to wear it with the pink or the burgundy pieces. And I already had these burgundy boots and a short pair of boots, which means I can wear them with the trousers. I can wear these up under the culottes. But I wanted to bring in a pair of shoes as well, so I bought these little ballet pumps from LK Bennett. And ballet pumps are back in again. They seem to sort of go in and out, but they are back in. And these are supremely comfortable. I've been wearing them an awful lot lately, just with bare legs when the weather's been quite nice, but I will put them with tights later as well. And just to mention also one thing about tights, if you're wearing something like these trousers, which are slightly cropped, if I wanted to wear those with the ballet pump, rather than put them, say, with a pair of black tights or pop socks or neutral ones, I actually ordered some in that burgundy as well. Now, I did get these last winter. I bought them from Woolford. But look out for coloured pop socks and tights as well, because they kind of give you that length in the body. So by wearing the same colour of tights or pop socks under a trouser if it's cropped, and then a shoe the same colour, it really elongates the leg. And this is a great tip for those of you who are petite or who perhaps want to give a longer look in the leg, because anything that cuts across the leg is going to kind of give the illusion of shortening it. But by wearing all the same colour, it kind of reduces that visual effect so that it makes the legs look longer. So just a little aside there, do look out for some coloured tights and pop socks as well. So that's our grey section, and then moving on to the green section. Pieces I already had, a lovely cashmere cardigan, and this sweater, which was a gift from Borkian last year. And also, if you do order from Borkian, anytime that you order anything that is full price on the site, then do use my code Maria15, because that will give you 15% discount as well. Now, I do like olive green, and I did already have quite a few pieces in my wardrobe that were in those sort of greeny tones. My Not Your Daughter's jeans, which are slightly cropped but can be worn with a boot, so I will carry those on into the autumn as well. A pair of olive green, what Eileen Fisher calls lantern pants. They're sort of slightly wider in the leg, and then they taper in a little bit at the ankle, so they're a wide leg effect, but they do look really nice with that olive green cardigan. And I have worn them with this top underneath, which again I've had for quite a while now, from Mint Velvet. Another piece from Borkian, you can't beat a good old Breton top during the autumn or the spring months, and this one has that olive green stripe in it. Again, they do these every season. This season I think they've done one with a tan stripe in it, so I'll link that for you as well. And then finally, this slightly sort of silky looking blouse, which was an absolute bargain a couple of years ago from H&M, and it's really nice to wear for the evening or just to dress things up a little bit. And then of course I mentioned the culottes, which I got earlier in the year, and this little jacket, which I also mentioned in the last video from John Lewis. So then finally moving on to the cream pieces, there are just 3 in here, although I could bring in this long shirt dress, which again I've had for quite a while. These trousers, which are kind of a casual trouser, they're made from bamboo, they're a little bit like a jogger, but I don't really like the jogger shape with the gathered bottom. So what I liked about these was that they had a flat cuff to them. And a very simple t-shirt. This one's from M&M. What I liked about this was the fabric. I don't like t-shirts which are made out of kind of stiff ribbed cotton, because I find once they've been in the washing, they shrink a little bit, they fit far too tightly on me, and they show all of the lumps and bumps. So I do like these which are a little bit more fluid. Quite often they'll be made from viscose, which just drapes that little bit better on a curvy body. And then finally this gorgeous chunky cardigan, which I can't wait to wear. I want it to cool down so that I can wear this as a kind of top piece over everything. And so that's a little note for you about the colour combination. So in each of these colours you'll have noticed that I have a bottom piece, whether that be culottes, trousers, my jeans. I have tops and t-shirts, perhaps a couple of each in each colour, and then I also have sort of topper pieces that can go over that. So things like the wrap and the cardigans, slightly heavier cardigans, slightly lighter weight cardigans. So I can completely put outfits together within a single colour, but also with mixing the colours up as well. Now, a few final pieces that I already had in accessories. I already had pink loafers which work with it. I had these which are kind of a pewter colour, but they do work quite well with the greens and the greys and with the pinks as well. These little loafers which I had from Bowden a few years ago, because they're velvet and they're embroidered, they are not ideal for wearing outside, so they are really only kind of a fair weather or an indoor shoe. And then a variety of accessories. So I also have a kind of grey bead necklace. I have my Monica Vinader pieces, a little green necklace with matching earrings, and I have this cuff that I wear with it. I have this lovely cashmere Maximara scarf, which my sisters bought for me a few years ago, and a really, really old cashmere pashmina, which I don't know if you know, but I used to have two shops years and years ago, and this was one of the accessories from those shops. And pashminas kind of went out of style a little bit. They were really in for a while and then they went out, but it is a lovely, warm, cosy scarf that I can wear, which looks beautiful with the grey. And equally, I think, with the green as well. And there is one green cardigan in here which I didn't actually mention, and it kind of sits outside this a little bit, but I did spot this scarf on White Stuff's website, which you can see has got that green in it. But equally it has got that deep burgundy in it as well. So it allows me to kind of bring this cardigan in and pull in those burgundy trousers and the top. And that gives me a completely new sort of colour combination that I can wear this green with. I've worn it a lot with navy. I think it looks really good with that. But I really thought that was quite a nice combination. So look out for accessories that do perhaps have some unusual colour combinations that can pull your pieces together. So one final note about accessories, hats. Again, I have a couple of hats which I think will work into this collection. I've got a grey one which is kind of a little bit sort of smarter, I suppose. And then a much more casual bobble hat. I actually wear this for my walking in the winter when it's really cold, but I thought that kind of makes a really nice combination with that chunky cardigan. So if you're venturing out for things like bonfire night, maybe that kind of combination is really nice, perhaps with the pink cord. So that would make a really nice combination together. So anything that is still available, I will link for you. I'll try and find some similar alternatives, but I hope you can see how I've pulled this together. Those little tips about making sure that you've got tops and bottoms and top pieces, accessories, thinking about finding accessories that will pull a group of pieces together, thinking about how you've got pieces in one colourway that can make up an outfit but then can spread out into the other colours as well to make more outfits. And I will, as I said, link some outfits, I will, as I said, put some outfits in coming up at the end of the video, so hopefully you'll see how this all comes together into a beautiful capsule collection. So I hope you found that useful and enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, then please leave them down in the comments section, and I will link anything that I've mentioned, any resources which I think will be useful for you as well. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.